Exclusive contracted novel by Feilu Novel Network. Elf. Truncating Zhun Shen, born to win at the starting line. Lin Fei arrived at a parallel world with added elf elements, awakened the divine level lottery system, and drew a chance to intercept 2 cards at the beginning. Name: Zhou Long, within 24 hours of chance. Initial secret realm fusion. 3 hours later, collect the champion qualification iron dumbbell in the Hubei part of Xingyue. Truncate the beard accurately, naturally win at the starting line. Draw tens of thousands of experience critical strike cards. After defeating a small Lotta through countless hardships, the mini dragon of LV1 charged directly to the level of the museum owner with a 10,000 times experience critical hit, and evolved into a fast dragon after crossing the Hakuran. Draw the Phantom Beast trace scroll. What are you waiting for? Hurry up and go take care of it. Ding! Congratulations to the host, we have drawn the magical slate. Lin Fei. Born to win at the starting line, the whole journey is thrilling. You can do whatever you want, I am invincible. Feilu Novel Network reminds you that this novel and its characters are purely fictional. If there are any similarities, they are purely coincidental and should not be imitated. 001 God level lottery system, chance to intercept 2 card, seeking. You are listening at Novel Full.audio. Longhua, Xiangnan Province, on Xingqing 316 National Highway. A bus is heading towards the initial elf realm of Star City. Star Moon Lake. I'm so excited. I used to envy those senior high school seniors who could obtain the initial Pokémon, but now it's our turn. Are you planning to choose fire or water for the initial sprite? It's probably not possible. My family has limited resources, so I plan to find the easiest grass or insect-type elves to feed. Grass elves need to be careful of their numbing powder. Worm-type elves should be careful of their poison. But the elves with these 2 attributes are indeed the easiest to feed. The high school seniors on the bus are extremely excited. Everyone is sharing their excitement with their classmates. The position of the rear seat by the window. A young man with sword eyebrows and starry eyes, handsome and fair skin. He seemed calm on the surface while listening to these words, but in reality, he was ecstatic in his heart. I am Lin Fei, who has traveled to a parallel world. I am currently on a bus heading towards the initial elf secret realm. I want to go to the Star Moon Lake secret realm and try to tame my initial elf, as they said. This is the answer to the 3 questions of the soul. There is actually my favorite elf in this parallel world. Compared to the bewilderment and disbelief of other travelers, Lin Fei's ecstasy is not surprising. Having received the memories of this world, he knew very well that it was a parallel world, and everything around him remained the same, only adding his favorite elf element. But now let me think about it carefully. The choice of the initial elf is related to whether I can achieve a good ranking in the elf examination. After a moment of ecstasy, Lin Fei began to contemplate the current situation. His parents are still alive, but they are not professional elf trainers. His monthly total income, apart from expenses, can also save over 10,000 alliance coins, which is why he has the money to go to the initial elf secret realm. Based on the current situation, I have more choices than other classmates, and there is no need to limit myself to grass and insect-type elves. But that's all, the range of options is still limited. If only I could have a golden finger. It was as if hearing the sigh in Lin Fei's heart. The next moment, a prompt sound appeared in Lin Fei's mind. Ding! Unique host Lin Fei detected, divine level lottery system has completed binding, ding. Congratulations to the host for obtaining the system gift package, system. It's possible. Gold fingers are a must-have for travelers. Lin Fei is also someone who has read so many novels. The system is not unfamiliar to nature. Since he has a system, he should rise quickly. Do you also have a system gift package? The system rewards in other novels seem to be useful soon, maybe this system gift package contains what I need now. With this thought in mind, Lin Fei silently opened the gift package. Ding! Congratulations to the host, you have won a Divine Level Lottery X1. The system gift package of the Divine Level Lottery system has given a Divine Level Lottery opportunity. Okay, then come and draw a lottery to see what good things you can get. As for how to use this opportunity. Have you never eaten pork and seen pigs running? Just use your mind and thoughts directly. Sure enough. In the Divine Level Lottery the next moment. In front of Lin Fei appeared an interface that only he could see, a blue turntable. There are 3 areas on the turntable. They are cards, scrolls, and a mysterious question mark. There is a golden lottery pointer in the middle of the 3 areas. At this moment, this pointer is spinning wildly between 3 areas. Finally staying in the card area. Card, what would it be? Lin Fei has some expectations. What substantial help can a golden finger bring to oneself? Ding! Congratulations to the host, you have obtained a chance to intercept who card related to chance. Check it out. Since it's related to chance. That should be helpful to him right away, right? Opportunity cutting card. After use, you can obtain the ability to view other people's opportunities within 24 hours. Is the time so short? Lin Fei did not frown, but roast about the time limit. This opportunity to intercept who card, he really needs it right away. He is now going to the Star Moon Lake initial secret realm with his classmates to try to tame the initial elves. With so many classmates, there will definitely be someone who is lucky enough to tame a very good initial elf. At this point, isn't his chance to intercept who cards coming in handy? Good thing. Now is not the best time to use it. Since it has a time limit, I will wait until I reach the destination Star Moon Lake secret realm and wait for students from other schools to gather before using it properly. Strive for maximum benefits. Time flies by quickly. When the scenery outside the window no longer quickly recedes. Lin Fei knew that the destination was approaching. 10 minutes later. A total of 40.2 people got off the elf class at Xingqing No. 1 Middle School. Class teacher Li Qingfeng is maintaining order. Soon, all the students from the 3 high schools in Xingqing who were going to enter the initial elf secret realm of Xinyue Lake arrived. With the addition of Xingqing No. 1 Middle School, there are less than 100 people in total. This is all the students in Xingqing who will continue to participate in the elf exam after taking the cultural course college entrance examination this year. After all, not everyone can be a professional level elf trainer. Those who have difficult family conditions, even if they have obtained elves, it is difficult to cultivate them. Those who can come to the initial secret realm to try to tame the initial elves, even if they chat and say that their family conditions are not good, it is still better than those of their classmates who have not come. 3 homeroom teachers from 3 schools stood in front of their respective classes, and the person in charge of managing the initial secret realm of Star Moon Lake gave a speech. This is a necessary process every year, and Lin Fei didn't listen. Instead, he chose to use the opportunity to intercept the Who card at this moment. The next moment, he felt a slight warmth in his eyes. 3 seconds later, Lin Fei's gaze changed. He first looked at the person in charge of the secret realm who was speaking. Name. Du Ming, white, opportunities within 24 hours. None. Lin Fei. Okay, I understand. After all, Lucky Truncar refers to opportunities within 24 hours. Since Du Ming is in charge of the initial secret realm of Star Moon Lake, he is likely to have been sitting here all along. It is not surprising that there is no chance within 24 hours. So Lin Fei's goal is the students who will soon enter the initial secret realm. At this moment of thought, Lin Fei averted his gaze. Immediately, various colors will come into view. Name. Pang Yu, white, opportunities within 24 hours. None. These colors should represent the size of the opportunity. White occupies approximately 1/3 of the space. That is to say, within 24 hours from today to tomorrow. All students present. 1/3 of the people failed to capture the initial sprite. Above the white is green, with green occupying the majority, proving that only 1/3 of the students successfully subdued the elves. Lin Fei casually looked for a student with a green head. My eyes suddenly widened. Grass. It's really fake. 002 Purple Chance, Quasi-Divine Iron Dumbbell. Seeking. You are listening at Novel Full.audio. Name. LVE, Green, 24-hour opportunity. As the newly born initial secret realm is about to merge with Xingyue Lake, the area of Xingyue Lake expands, and the number of initial elves increases sharply. 3 hours later, in the high sky forest in the east of Xingyue Lake, the proud swallow with professional qualifications is subdued. See more. This green LVE is still Lin Fei's classmate. But that's not the point. The key is that Lin Fei saw this opportunity reminder from LVE. 3 hours later, a new elf realm will be born at the location of the initial secret realm of Star Moon Lake, and it will happen to merge with Star Moon Lake. Elf secret realm is a presence similar to a different space. Every time a new elf realm appears, it means having many elves that have not yet been tamed. And various precious treasures. This is a big opportunity. Lin Fei can now check the opportunities of each student within 24 hours, and if he seizes them well, he can even win at the starting line. Calm down, calm down. Although Lin Fei was ecstatic in his heart, he took a few deep breaths to calm himself down. Fortunately, Du Ming, the person in charge of the Star Moon Lake secret realm, has been speaking all along, and Lin Fei has plenty of time. In this world, people roughly divide the elf qualifications into ordinary, profession, elite, museum owner, quasi-king, king, and champion based on the treasures obtained from the elf secret realm. The upper limit of an elf strength is not entirely determined by their qualifications. Nutrients absorbed on weekdays, training methods and so on have an impact. Give me the simplest example. The strength of the champion qualification spirit needs to reach the level of the museum owner or awaken a certain spirit skill, which may be achieved through casual practice over time. But in order for professional level qualified elves to reach the level of the master or awaken powerful skills, they not only need to absorb enough nutrients, but also need to put in enough effort to break the shackles brought by qualifications. This is the importance of qualifications. The green on top of LVE's head is light green. Represents the opportunity of professional level qualification elves. That dark green is an elite level with higher qualifications than professional level. Lin Fei's gaze skipped green directly. And above the green is blue. The person with the blue chance on sight can count with just one hand. Some of these people with blue luck will tame an initial elf with the qualification of reaching the level of the museum owner within the next 24 hours. Some people will also obtain secret treasures in the secret territory of Xingyue Lake. Name. Susa, blue, opportunity within 24 hours. Due to the fusion of the newly born initial secret realm and Xingyue Lake, the area of Xingyue Lake has expanded, and the number of initial elves has increased sharply. 4 hours later, on the barren mountain in the north of Xingyue Lake, the quasi-heavenly king qualification big-jawed ant is subdued while searching for food. See more. Hush. The great-jawed ant with the qualification of the quasi-heavenly king. This classmate named Susa, Lin Fei, has heard of it. I have good academic performance and a strong family background. My parents are the owners of the Star City Road Museum. Students with a background like Susa can still obtain elves even if they don't come to the initial secret realm. It is also possible that she already has her own initial elves on her body, so that she can ensure her safety to the greatest extent possible in the initial secret realm. The reason why I came to the initial secret realm is also for a sense of participation. Just like high school seniors who have already been recommended to college. Some recommended students will also take the college entrance examination. Just for that sense of participation, don't let yourself leave any regrets. It's truly a dark blue opportunity. Lin Fei silently made a mark in his heart. The great-jawed ant with the qualification of the quasi-heavenly king needs to be obtained. Time is limited. He quickly looked at another student with the only purple on his head. With so many people present, this one person has a purple chance. Name: Zhou Long, purple, opportunity within 24 hours. 5 hours later, in a mining cave in the northern part of Xingyue, successfully subdued the champion qualification iron dumbbell. See more, iron. Iron dumbbells. Lin Fei widened his eyes. Grass. Who exactly is the protagonist? The quasi-god elf iron dumbbell has arrived. This week, Long is also in the same class as Lin Fei. He is usually arrogant and domineering because he has an elite trainer brother, and everyone looks unhappy. It can only be said that sometimes luck has little to do with character, but now, the iron dumbbell belongs to me. He only has one Pokémon ball, and compared to the iron dumbbell, the big-jawed ant is not worth mentioning even if it is a quasi-king qualification. While Lin Fei was overjoyed, he quickly continued to check the opportunities of his classmates around him to see if there were any opportunities that could help him tame the iron dumbbell. That week, Long had an elite trainer who was probably preparing some good things to attract the initial elves. Lin Fei only has things issued by the school, so he needs to make more preparations to feel more at ease. Seeing that the person in charge of Du Ming was almost finished speaking, Lin Fei finally found him. Name: Yuan, green, chance within 24 hours. 5 hours later, find an essence of steel in the mine in the north of Xingyue. See more, there it is. The essence of steel, this is a secret treasure that can directly let the steel elves absorb and improve their strength. With the essence of steel, Lin Fei is more confident. At this point, the person in charge, Du Ming, had already finished speaking. Then the homeroom teachers of the 3 schools each gave speeches. 10 minutes later, amidst the excited gazes of my classmates, the homeroom teacher announced that everyone will become elves according to their own intentions. Step forward and select auxiliary materials. For example, if you want to tame a walking grass, you can bring a favorite fruit of walking grass and try to communicate and tame it when encountering walking grass. The magic of the initial secret realm lies here. In the initial secret realm, elves generally have a stable and obedient personality, and it is unlikely that elves will actively attack students. Unless it's the student who caused the death themselves, that's a different story. When it was Lin Fei's turn, he didn't hesitate to choose the refined iron stone that the big jaw ants love to eat, which was one of their favorite minerals. Alright, classmates, since everyone has received their respective supplies, let's go. Li Qingfeng, the homeroom teacher from Xingqing No. 1 Middle School, was the first to speak up. The students of Xingqing No. 1 Middle School couldn't wait to rush towards the entrance of the secret realm, their figures disappearing one by one at the entrance, and Lin Fei was also among them. Enter from the entrance of the secret realm outside. This is another secret realm base. The students rushed excitedly towards the outside of the station. Only Lin Fei remained in place. Ding! Main Task 1 Release. Achieve first place in the practical combat trial of the Elf Guild exam, task reward. Divine level lottery opportunity, ding. Branch Task 1 Release. Obtain initial Pokémon, task reward. Advanced Pokémon Ball, ding. Branch Task 2 Release. Engage in battle with initial Pokémon and win first victory. Reward. Eye of Exploration. So, this is the way to open the God-level lottery system. Looking at the system interface that only he could see in front of him, especially the reward for the advanced Pokémon Ball, Lin Fei just wanted to say whether it's a giant-jawed ant with the qualifications of a quasi-king. Still a quasi-divine iron dumbbell with championship qualifications. I want it all. 003 Truncated Zhun Tian Wang Qualification Big-Jawed Ant, Seeking Flowers. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Lin Fei, do you want to team up with us? Lin Fei is not the only student who did not set off immediately. A girl with a ponytail tied up to her waist, blinking her big eyes in anticipation, looked at Lin Fei and sent out her own team invitation. A girl next to her echoed and said, "Yes, Lin Fei, your elf knowledge class is so good. Hongxi and I happen to have some questions we would like to ask you." After speaking, she looked at the ponytail girl helplessly, meaning, "How about, is this excuse okay with me? Su Hongxi is the most beautiful girl in the elf class of Xingqing No. 1 Middle School. I heard someone invite me to form a team." Lin Fei instinctively looked at Su Hongxi. Name: Su Hongxi, blue, opportunities within 24 hours. None. Lin Fei was slightly surprised. What is the situation? The blue chance represents a very good harvest. But it shows no connection. Did you meet a good elf but miss it? Or maybe Su Hongxi didn't take it seriously and didn't accept it. No need, I'm used to being alone, let's go first. Lin Fei's next task is not convenient to team up with people. So it's better to refuse Su Hongxi's invitation. He knows that his appearance is very high. You can also feel Su Hongxi's feelings towards him. However, he believes that it is not yet the time to talk about love and romance. First, become stronger and pass the Pokémon exam, and then you can win first place. Hongxi, I told you not to invite me. You still don't believe me. Alright, let's go. Rong Xian beside her gave Su Hongxi a white glance. Watching Lin Fei's quick departure from behind, Su Hongxi bit her red lips. At this moment, someone next to him immediately licked his face and ran over. Hongxi, do you want to team up with us? I have a lot of experience in capturing the initial elves. Surprisingly, it was Zhou Long who had been checked by Lin Fei for opportunities. He also has two classmates next to him. Together, they agreed and said, "Yes, Brother Long's family has opened an elf battle hall, and he has been dealing with elves for a long time. If there is Dragon Brother's help, we will all be much smoother in subduing the initial elves." In contrast, Su Hongxi simply shook her head and refused, "Thank you, but no need, Zhou Long, you should call me your full name." After speaking, he took Rong Xian's hand and walked outside the station. A hint of shock and gloom flashed on Zhou Long's face. The two attendants beside them also looked at each other. They just saw Su Hongxi inviting Lin Fei with their own eyes, but it turned out to be Zhou Long. Isn't Lin Fei a bit handsome? This world's strength is the king. After Zhou Long finished speaking, he left with some anger. He had already obtained the initial elf through his home in the elf house. This time, coming to the initial secret realm, his self-protection power is far stronger than other students without initial elves, and it is naturally easier to tame other elves. Two classmates in the same class pouted, "Is that a bit handsome? Judging from your appearance alone, you are incomparable to Lin Fei." Not long after coming out of the secret realm base, Lin Fei sensed the shaking of a battlefield, which should be the newly born elf secret realm under the rules of heaven and earth merging with the Star Moon Lake. Some timid students were immediately frightened back by this anomaly, thinking that Lin Fei, who had known about it in advance, was determined to do so without hesitation. This position shakes quickly and ends quickly. It can only be said that it is truly the influence of the rules of heaven and earth. The fusion of two secret realms belonging to different dimensional spaces is beyond Lin Fei's understanding. Immediately, he encountered the first elf. Chloe, on a tree trunk embraced by three people, a beetle-shaped elf, magnified many times, was freely sucking on the sap of the tree. This is Heracles. Heracles looked like a huge unicorn beetle, wrapped in a body as hard as blue iron. This layer of hard skin can help it easily resist many ordinary attacks. It has a thick and large horn on its forehead, with circular antennae on each side. There is a pair of folded wings on the back, and if the situation feels wrong, it will always spread its wings to escape. While possessing insect-like attributes, Heracles also has a fighting style. It's not difficult to see from his incredibly strong forelimbs and thick hind legs that this guy's strength is terrifying. Lin Fei stared intently. Excitement surged up from the bottom of my heart. Previously, Heracles could only be seen on television. Now in front of him is a real Heracles. If there were no chance to intercept the hookah, this Heracles might be a very good choice. But now Lin Fei's gaze glanced around. Found a signpost for identifying direction. Retract the gaze that fell on Heracles. Lin Fei, head north all the way. The entire Star Moon Lake secret realm covers an area of 30 square kilometers. It is over 7,000 meters long, about 4,000 meters long. Exist in an elliptical form. In the middle of the ellipse is the Star Moon Lake. The entire secret realm is mainly composed of common elves such as the Unicorn series, Green Caterpillar series, Bobo series, Little Lotta series, Walking Grass series, Round Silk Spider series, Nidoran series, and so on. Lin Fei's destination is the Hubei part of Xingyue. On the road, even if he saw some elves he used to love, such as Bali sheep, mosquito-repellent tadpoles, and so on, he didn't even stop. Hurry to the north of the Star Moon Lake secret realm at the fastest speed. Because it was a focused journey, even if there were wild elves on the way, Lin Fei successfully arrived at the northern part of the entire Star Moon Lake secret realm an hour and a half later. He needs to complete branch task 1 first, which is to subdue the great-jawed ant with the quasi-heavenly king qualification. The quasi-divine iron dumbbell is certainly the most important, but he currently does not have his own initial elf. If he fails to conquer the iron dumbbell if he has an initial elf, he can also defeat the opponent in battle and subdue them. This way, he won't miss the opportunity to cut the barbell, otherwise he won't have any place to regret it. Anyway, it will be several hours before Zhou Long encounters the iron dumbbell. He just needs to cut off his beard before that and everything will be fine. First, cut off the big-jawed ant with a certain degree of self-protection ability, and then cut off the iron dumbbell with a beard. Although the plan is simple, it wins by being more secure. With a thought, Lin Fei clicked on the opportunity of Su Sha that he had previously checked in the system interface in front of him. During the usage period of the chance cutting card, any opportunities that he has checked are recorded here. Click on, see more. Sure enough, there is a more detailed explanation of the opportunity recorded here. According to these explanations, Lin Fei quickly found the barren mountain in the northern part of the Star Moon Lake secret realm, which is the location of the quasi-heavenly king qualified great-jawed ant. Another 20 minutes have passed. According to the explanation of chance, Lin Fei cautiously arrived at a corner of the barren mountain. This is a sandy area that perfectly matches the preferences of the big jaw ants, and there are small footprints everywhere on the ground. Due to receiving parallel world memories, Lin Fei's already good elf knowledge reserve can be said to be more comprehensive now. Combined with the explanation of chance, he determined that this was indeed the footprints of the giant-jawed ant. So Lin Fei placed the supplies he brought outside the sand in advance, the refined iron stones. Ground-dwelling ants can eat minerals, and their incredibly hard teeth are enough to crush the vast majority of minerals. After waiting for a while, there was suddenly a depression in the sand, and an elf with an orange oval head crawled out of the sand. There we go, big-jawed ants. I'll go, is this guy's nest right in that sandy area? Lin Fei was grateful as he stared at the big-jawed ant while also keeping an eye on the surroundings to avoid being attacked by any wild elves approaching. There is a faint scar on the head, yes, it's this little guy. Lin Fei looked at the big-jawed ant that had slowly crawled to the side of the refined iron stone and opened its mouth to nibble on it, feeling excited. This is a giant-jawed ant with quasi-heavenly king level qualifications, and its ultimate evolutionary form is a desert dragonfly with strong dragon-like attributes. P.S. The new book sets sail, Seeking a Flower, a highly rated ticket, a monthly pass, and a review. 004 obtains a high-level Poké Ball, and the first battle of the big-jawed ant is You are listening at Novel Full. Audio. Click. Noticing that Lin Fei wanted to approach, the big-jawed ant looked at Lin Fei with some caution. Even the most stable and obedient wild elf was still wild. They naturally don't want to be disturbed while eating. Don't worry, little one, I have no ill intentions. Lin Fei stopped his steps. Slowly taking out a refined iron stone from his backpack, he placed it on the ground again, trying to release his kindness. Here, this is also for you. Conquering the initial elves in the initial secret realm is that simple. Try to release your goodwill and let the elves perceive it. If the elves find you pleasing, this conquest is considered a success. This is also one of the wonders of the initial secret realm. Ka Wu. Seeing that Lin Fei still had a fine iron stone, the big-jawed ant looked very happy. Its 4 short legs crawled towards Lin Fei again, biting into the second fine iron stone with one bite, making it crunchy. How about becoming my partner? In the future, there will be all kinds of minerals and delicious food that you like. Lin Fei took out the ordinary Pokémon ball issued by the school. Looking expectantly at the big-jawed ant. This giant-jawed ant has reached the level of a quasi-king, proving that its speed in both evolution and awakening skills will be very fast. If it evolved into a desert dragonfly. At that time, not only will you have dragon attributes, but you can also carry him to fly. After saying these words, Lin Fei was not in a hurry. Just stood there waiting for the response of the big-jawed ant. Although the little one was pondering, his mouth movements did not stop. Still gnawing on the second refined iron stone. Quickly, the hard refined iron stone was eaten by it with a clattering sound, and he looked up at Lin Fei with an expression of still wanting. At this point, Lin Fei had already taken out the second item from his backpack, the ground-type elf-flavored elf feed. Come on, try this too. This time, he placed it in front of him. This kind of elf feed is formulated according to the taste of the vast majority of ground-type elves. The wild giant-jawed ants are immediately attracted, and their short legs crawl over to continue eating, making them a perfect snack. Kawai, the soon-to-finish eating big-jawed ants, looked eagerly at Lin Fei. Should I ask again if there is still something delicious like this? It's gone. Lin Fei shrugged, but I still have one at home. How about you come with me? Ka Wu. The orange brain bag of the big-jawed ant nodded and agreed. Lin Fei lightly touched his head with a Poké ball, and with a click, the Poké ball opened, enveloped by a red light. The next moment, it's really like in an anime. The big-jawed ant transformed into a red light and withdrew into the elf ball. Dong! Ha, I have tamed the Pokémon. Lin Fei laughed excitedly. No wonder Xiaoji in the anime was so excited when he captured the first Pokémon. It's Lin Fei's turn, he can't help but feel a bit overwhelmed. This can also be considered a tribute to the classics, hehe. After subduing the big-jawed ant, Lin Fei immediately released the little guy. Big jaw ants, I'll give you more guidance in the future. Lin Fei picked up the big-jawed ant. The big-jawed ant nodded its big head at him. Click, the big mouth on the brain bag opened, seemingly reminding Lin Fei not to forget to promise its delicious taste. Huh, snacks, I won't deceive you. Lin Fei laughed and then took out the elf guidebook issued by the school. Can't wait to check the information of the big jaw ant. The Pokémon guide and Pokémon ball are linked and bound, so that the captured Pokémon can directly see general information from the Pokémon guide. Elf. Big-jawed ant, attribute. Ground system, strength. Novice, feature. Monster power clamp, with very powerful power, attack power will not be reduced, awakened skill. Not yet filled in, I'll go, it's a bit too rudimentary. Looking at the information in the elf guidebook, Lin Fei was speechless. There is only a rough range of strength. Unexpectedly, the awakened skill needs to be filled in by oneself. The only thing that can be confirmed is the characteristics of the big jaw ant. Ding! Congratulations to the host, side quest 1 has been completed, and you have obtained the advanced Pokémon Ball, branch task 1 was completed, and Lin Fei received a reward. In this way, he will have a new Pokémon Ball to intercept the Iron Dumbbell. And it's also a high-end Pokémon Ball that's many times more precious than ordinary Pokémon Balls. He has a feeling that all he needs is to visualize his thoughts. That high-end Pokémon Ball will appear in his hand. Don't worry for now, I need to quickly complete branch task 2 and obtain the Eye of Exploration. Lin Fei touched his chin and immediately made a decision. The exploration of this elf guidebook is too perfunctory. Even the awakened skills of the elves cannot be detected. Let's get the system reward now. After putting down the big-jawed ant, Lin Fei was about to take it to find the rock-type elf he had just encountered on the way. However, not far away on the path, a small fist stone bounced up and down. Cha! Come on! Little Fist Stone didn't expect another human to appear here. It was just at the foot of the barren mountain. I encountered a human who wanted to tame an empty-handed white wolf. There's nothing left, just standing there with a silly smile and trying to tame it. Here comes another one. You don't want to tame it again, do you? Exactly. Thinking of this, Little Fist Stone felt a bit angry. My temper seems quite violent. Little Fist Stone, come and fight. Exactly. Battle. I just want to have a fight. Little Fist Stone immediately challenged. Ka. Woo. Upon seeing this, the great-jawed ant immediately stood ready for battle. This was its first time cooperating with Lin Fei in a battle, so it had to be clean and sharp. So we can have more delicious food in the future, right? The Eye of Exploration, the opportunity of Little Fist Stone seeking fresh. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Exactly. Little Fist Stone has no feet, except for 2 rock arms, it only has its own round body. Its early attack skills only had 1 impact. Although it can rely on the magnetic force inside the body for brief floating movements, it cannot last long. Seeing it rushing over, Lin Fei didn't even have to think about it. He immediately spoke up and said, Big-jawed ant, use throwing mud. The attack power of the big-jaw ant is high, but the defense power of the small fist stone is also high, but the special defense is very low. And in the initial awakening skill of the big-jawed ant, there is the special attack skill of throwing mud. I saw the big-jawed ant's open mouth, from which small brown mud clumps condensed. These mud blocks were fired like shells at the small fist stones rushing towards them. The small fist stones dodged the first few throwing mud, but the large jaw ants threw too much mud. After evading a few, the small fist stones were still hit by the throwing mud, and the soft and rotten mud covered their faces. Exactly. The small fist stone, whose vision was obstructed, felt a little flustered for a moment, and its 2 hard stone arms danced wildly. Unfortunately, its face is muddy and it can't see the direction clearly. I went to the wrong place, resulting in numerous flaws in oneself at once. The big-jawed ant is about to rush over when it sees the situation. Lin Fei quickly stopped and said, Big-jaw ants, continue to attack with throwing mud. The defense of Little Fist Stone is very high. Rushing over and engaging in close combat is detrimental to the big-jawed ant. Although the big-jawed ant didn't understand why it was like this, it still obeyed and continued to stand still, using mud-throwing attacks. Cha! Come on! Little Fist Stone launched a frantic attack, his round body colliding with a rock over a meter high, causing it to crack open. If this attacks people, my goodness, Lin Fei doesn't want to experience this feeling. The real trainer, their own safety is too important. Soon, the small fist stone was wrapped in piles of soft and rotten mud shells, and the magnetic force inside could not support it to float. Ding! Congratulations to the host. You have successfully won the first battle with the initial Pokémon, completed the side quest 2, and obtained the Eye of Exploration (TSK), it was completed so quickly. Fusion, immediately merge. Lin Fei's mind twitched. The probing eyes immediately began to merge with his eyes. With a slight warmth in his eyes, Lin Fei felt that everything he saw in front of him was much clearer. He immediately looked at the big-jawed ant. I want to know the difference between the Eye of Exploration and the universally available ELF guidebook Exploration. The next moment, the various information of the big-jawed ant appeared in Lin Fei's line of sight. ELF. Big jaw ant, ground, female sign, strength. LV, 6, beginner, feature. Monster power clamp, with very powerful power, attack power will not be reduced, awaken skills. Sand splashing, bite, amazing strike, patience, throwing mud, qualification. Quasi heavenly king, hiss. At this glance, Lin Fei immediately understood the difference. The strength has become more specific, even indicated by level directly. LV, 6 means level 6 and is in the beginner stage. The awakened skills are directly explored, and there are qualifications. Lin Fei stared at the qualification column, feeling excited in his heart. If I could directly see the elf's qualifications, then in the future, I wouldn't have to observe the elf companions so carefully. Just take a glance and it's done. The qualification classification of elves in this world is generally based on their comparison of similar body types, for skill power, and their actual combat situation. But now that Lin Fei has the Eye of Exploration, he doesn't need to be so troublesome. No matter what kind of elf, he can judge its qualifications at a glance. Ka Wu, the big-jawed ant, didn't know what Lin Fei was suddenly happy about. I thought my trainer was happy that it had just defeated Little Fist Stone, so the little one also became happy. At this point, the Little Fist Stone, defeated by the Big Jaw Ant, woke up from a coma, struggling with great strength. This freed me from the constraints of throwing mud on myself. Cha! He looked weakly at the big-jawed ant and prepared to leave with a small fist of lime. So much so that there is no physical strength to use magnetic force for floating operations. Lin Fei's heart moved when he saw this. The Eye of Manipulation and Exploration fell on this small fist stone. Because he suddenly realized so, the chance to intercept the hookah should also be able to act on elves, right? Since that's the case, he can also check the luck of elves. As soon as he spoke, Lin Fei activated the power of the opportunity to intercept the Hu card, and his gaze once again fell on Little Fist Stone. Name: Shaoquan Stone, blue, opportunity within 24 hours. Feeling indignant after losing the battle against the great-jawed ant, he made a strong attack on the rocks of the barren mountain on his way back to the nest. After breaking through the third rock, he discovered the formation of a secret treasure. Ground Pure Crystal. Ground System Pure Crystal. This is the treasure of the secret realm formed by the origin of heaven and earth. Any ground-type elf that absorbs ground-type pure crystals will increase their strength. The lower the level, the greater the promotion. If luck comes, I can't stop it, hee. At this moment, the system's side tasks have been updated. Ding. Branch Task 3 Release. 10 consecutive victories in battles, task reward. Winning experience points. Ding. Branch Task 4 Release. Successfully evolve elves once, task reward. Bronze experience critical strike card. PS. For flowers and monthly tickets, for highly rated tickets, thank you. 006 Ground Pure Crystal, Little Fist Stone. You old 6. You are listening at novelfull.audio. The reward for branch tasks in the previous chapter was written incorrectly and has been revised, winning experience points. Lin Fei, this divine level lottery system is divided into main and side quests. Now it seems like playing a game, upgrading all the way is exciting. The trainers of this world. After commanding the elves to defeat other elves, one can only rely on time to gradually accumulate insights and transform them into their own experience, and improve their strength. Absorbing treasures from the secret realm is also a principle. It takes time to digest slowly. The more precious the treasure of the secret realm, the longer it takes to absorb and digest. If he has the ability to directly defeat the opponent and obtain experience points, wouldn't his progress be countless times faster than others? Just think about it and get excited. There are also experience critical hit cards coming out. Lin Fei, who couldn't wait, wished he could let the big-jawed ant successfully evolve right away. By the way, the cut beard ground is pure crystal. Lin Fei patted his thigh and immediately thought of this. First, cut off the pure crystal of the Hu ground system, and then lead the big-jawed ant to win 10 consecutive victories, first obtaining a reward for winning experience points. Lin Fei's eyes lit up as he thought. First obtain the winning experience value as a reward before absorbing pure crystals. In this way, his big-jawed ant can absorb ground-grade pure crystals without relying on time to slowly digest them. On the barren mountain, the newly defeated Little Fist Stone was very depressed. It was prepared to have a fierce battle with the opponent. The opponent did not play cards according to common sense. Surprisingly, I stood still and threw mud to wrap it up. This loss is too suffocating. Exactly. The more Little Fist Stone thinks, the more angry he becomes. Seeing several boulders over a meter high next to it, it didn't even think about it. The stone arm clenched into a fist and smashed it with one punch. Bang! After the dull sound, there was the click of a giant rock breaking. The cracked boulder split into several pieces. Cha! Come on! Little Fist Stone punches down one after another. Under its stone fist attack. Quickly, the cracked boulder shattered into countless pieces. Looking at one's own masterpiece. The depression in Xiaoquan Shi's heart finally dissipated a bit. Humph, if you encounter that human and the big-jawed ant again, it must show them its prowess. Thinking in my heart. Little Fist Stone once again raised his fist and charged towards the second boulder. After a burst of ping-pong sounds, the second boulder also shattered. But when it was about to smash the third boulder, it found that the big-jawed ant that had just defeated it had caught up. And the human who commands the big-jawed ant. Little Fist Stone quickly made a prepared posture for the battle. With a wary expression. Isn't this human suddenly regretting and preparing to tame it? We're not here to fight with you. Lin Fei waved his hand and pointed to the third boulder that the Little Fist Stone was about to attack, smiling. I have a crush on this boulder. Why don't you exchange it for another one to vent your frustration? I see there are still many of these stones on the other side. Cha! Little Fist Stone is confused. Is that why you caught up with him? Exactly. It glared angrily at Lin Fei. Two eyes widened wide open. If it weren't for being unable to fight, it would have wanted to punch Lin Fei. Isn't a small fist stone more attractive than a single stone? Hatue. Duh. The angry Little Fist Stone rolled towards the bottom of the barren mountain with his round body in his arms. I was infuriated twice by this human in a short period of time. It needs to stay away from this person. Seeing Little Fist Stone leave, Lin Fei chuckled. Walking up to the giant rock, he reached out and patted it. Come on, big-jawed ant, open this giant rock quickly. Be careful, there may be treasures inside. Ka Wu, the big-jawed ant, looked at its owner and lightly tapped its head. The big mouth, as hard as a hacksaw, opened and bit into the edge of the boulder. Evil type attack skill, bite it. This giant stone is over 1 meter tall, almost twice the size of a large-jawed ant, but when it bit down, it lost 1/3 of its body. Amazing. Lin Fei praised his elf companion. Continue, be careful. So the big-jawed ant bit down again. It has a high attack power and can easily open this giant rock. Quickly, a giant stone over 1 meter high was bitten into a size of less than 20 centimeters. Leave the rest to me. Lin Fei looked around. Find a sharp stone that looks quite hard. Holding the stone in both hands, he threw it towards the remaining boulder. With a loud bang, the remaining part of the boulder cracked in response. A brown crystal fell out of it. With a click, it fell to the ground. This is a crystal similar to a diamond cube. Although it is earthy brown, it looks crystal clear. The interior seems to contain stars, with fluorescent flashes. It looks extremely beautiful. Grab this crystal in your hand. Lin Fei's mood is also extremely beautiful. Because this thing is ground-grade pure crystal. If it weren't for the lack of internet inside this secret realm, he would need to check the specific price of ground-grade pure crystals. The price of this thing will not be lower than 2 million alliance coins. After any ground-type elf absorbs this ground-type pure crystal. With the passage of time, there is a great possibility of becoming a powerful elf with elite-level strength in the end. The more qualified the spirit, the faster it absorbs. After knowing that there is pure crystal inside this giant stone, Little Fist Stone may regret his intestines. Oh no, does Little Fist Stone have intestines? Forget it, it's not important anymore. Anyway, this ground is pure crystal and now it belongs to me. Little Fist Stone. You old 6QAQ. P.S. Seeking fresh flowers. Looking for a monthly pass. Seeking very positive feedback, today's Friday shift. 00710 consecutive wins, winning experience points, seeking flowers and months. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Ka Wu. Lin Fei was still scrutinizing the ground-grade pure crystal in his hand. The big-jawed ant next to him was already eagerly watching. It's okay if I didn't see it. After seeing the pure crystal on the ground, it felt that this thing had a super strong attraction to itself. It seems like eating it would be very helpful for oneself. The little one lifted his big head and looked at Lin Fei. Open your mouth wide, like a pet waiting for its owner to feed. After receiving the ground-based pure crystal worth 2 million alliance coins, Lin Fei has several options. The first is to sell it after leaving the Star Moon Lake secret realm. 2 million yuan can greatly solve the problem of family difficulties. The second option is to let the big jaw ants eat it now and absorb it. The advantage of doing this is that the big jaw ant will immediately enhance some of its strength, and the rest will have to be slowly absorbed before it can be transformed into strength. Compared to these two options, Lin Fei tends to prefer the third option at the beginning, which is to complete side task 3 first, and win 10 consecutive victories to receive a task reward of a winning experience. In this way, the energy of the pure crystal on the ground will be directly transformed into the strength of the big-jawed ant, there is no need to wait. And this can also motivate the big-jawed ant. When it comes to intercepting the Zhun iron dumbbell, it will be more powerful and convenient. It's decided. I can't give you this yet, big-jawed ant. Lin Fei crouched down and reached out to touch the big open mouth of the big-jawed ant. The little one was somewhat puzzled upon hearing this. If you don't give it to me, will the master have to eat it himself? Immediately afterwards, Lin Fei casually made an excuse. Let the big-jawed ant understand that good things are not easy to come by. Quickly, it made the big-jawed ants eager to fight. It's going to win 10 consecutive games. Walking down the barren mountain with the big-jawed ant, Lin Fei saw 2 students in the distance who had just been subdued, their excited expressions unable to hide. Take another look at the elves in front of them. Good guy. A green caterpillar, a unicorn worm. Lin Fei used his probing eyes to examine these 2 insect-type elves. The qualifications are only at the ordinary level. LV.4 Green Caterpillar is just a collision skill that hasn't awakened even when spinning. The unicorn beetle of LV.5 did not awaken to spit silk, only a poison needle skill was awakened. The elves are not strong, and defeating them by the big-jawed ants won't waste much energy. Damn it. Lin Fei immediately walked over with the big-jawed ant. Challenge those two classmates. These two classmates are not students of the elf class at Star City No. 1 High School, nor do they know Lin Fei. However, when they saw someone challenging them, the excitement of just subduing the initial elf was still there, and they immediately agreed. At first, these two students were very excited. Previously, they only watched on TV, but now they can finally experience the feeling of a trainer commanding elves on their own. But soon, Big Jaw Ant, bite it. The battle is not about you coming and going as imagined. Using the abnormal attack power of the big-jawed ant to bite, elves at the level of the green caterpillar cannot resist it at all. If it weren't for the dying protection mechanism given to each elf by the rules of heaven and earth, the big-jawed ant would probably have had to shoot its protein all over the ground when it bit down quickly kill the green caterpillar. The impact of the green caterpillar is completely useless. Next is the unicorn beetle. The unicorn beetle has awakened a poison needle skill, which is somewhat dangerous. But Lin Fei let the big-jawed ant shoot mud in place, smearing the mud on the face of the unicorn beetle, and still easily won the victory. This is just 2 consecutive wins. Well done, big-jawed ant, let's continue searching for new elves to invite to battle. Lin Fei and big-jawed ant, who had won 2 consecutive victories effortlessly, were both excited, leaving only the 2 students who wanted to cry but had no tears in place, and the battle had ended before it even began. The 2 of them exchanged a glance at each other. We both saw silence in each other's eyes. Mad, where did this pervert come from? He even tamed the big-jawed ant. Alas, our luck is too bad. After the evolution of the great-jawed ant, it will be an ultrasonic larva that will increase its dragon-like attributes. Yeah, if we could evolve again, it would be. Both of them roast that they were envious when they came here. Ultrasound larvae evolve again, and that's the handsome and strong desert dragonfly that can carry trainers to fly. After leaving the barren mountain, Lin Fei and the big-jawed ant did not take the enemy lightly and cautiously headed towards the direction of the mine. Side Quest 3 is about winning 10 consecutive games, and he doesn't want to encounter a powerful wild elf and be defeated. If he loses once, who knows if this system will reset the number of consecutive victories he has won against the big-jaw ant. Lin Fei has the eye of exploration, and when he sees wild elves from afar, his eye of exploration becomes clear at a glance. LV.7 level. First withdraw as respect. Little Lotta, who has awakened the lightning flash skill. It seems like we can win, but the cost will definitely be high, it's not worth it. Ha! Is there an injured ladybug here? You can do it. Sleeping Trough, hurry up, there are several electric sheep ahead. In this way, with Lin Fei's caution and the efforts of the big-jaw ants, the 2 of them work together to complete the 10 consecutive victories of Branch Task 3 and receive task rewards. Ding! Congratulations to the host. With 10 consecutive victories completed, you have gained experience points for winning. Starting from now on, every time you defeat an elf, you will receive corresponding experience points. The treasure energy absorbed each time will be converted into corresponding experience points, helping your elf companions to quickly enhance. Here it is, here it is. Lin Fei immediately took out the ground-grade pure crystal from his backpack. 008 absorbs pure crystals, and the evolution of the big-jaw ant seeks fresh flowers. You are listening at novelfull.audio. 10 consecutive victories, although aided by Lin Fei's probing eyes, for the newly LV6 big-jawed ant, after excitement, it still feels a bit exhausted. The reason why it can persist. Pure ground-based pure crystal. Lin Fei said that by winning 10 consecutive games, one can absorb this treasure. So it did something it didn't even dare to think of before. When Lin Fei took out the pure crystal, The big-jawed ant is ready to get stronger. Hee, big-jawed ant, are you ready? Lin Fei is a bit excited. You should know that if we were to cultivate the big jaw ant step by step, even with the help of ground pure crystals, we would not be able to successfully evolve it into ultrasonic larvae in a few months. This is still the beginning, and in the end, it takes a lot of energy and money for the elves to improve their strength even a little bit. And now with the assistance of winning experience points, he can save this most time-consuming step. A crystal-clear diamond-shaped cube, with pure crystals on the ground placed in the mouth of the big-jawed ant. In the next moment, the winning experience points will take effect. Ding! Congratulations to the host, your big-jawed ant is starting to absorb ground-grade pure crystals, your big-jawed ant is excited and ecstatic, it feels a lot of ground element power, your big-jawed ant has gained 400,000 experience points, your jawed ant level has been upgraded to LV.7, your ant level has been upgraded to LV.8. What? What does the big-jawed ant look like? A series of warning sounds appeared, and just as Lin Fei's hand moved away, the body of the big-jawed ant burst out with evolutionary light. The evolution of elves cannot be viewed with common sense. For example, the big-jawed ant in front of us, when it begins to evolve, its entire body is enveloped by the pure light of evolution. Under Lin Fei's gaze, the body of the big-jawed ant began to change, the original huge head has disappeared, and the silly and cute big-jawed ant has evolved into an ultrasonic larva. Spreading 4 diamond-shaped emerald green wings on their backs, the ultrasonic larvae slowly flapped and flew up at the first moment after evolution. Ultrasound larvae. Elf. Ultrasonic larvae, ground plus dragon, female sign, strength. LV.40, elite beginner, feature. Float, significantly reduces the power of ground-type attribute skills, awakened skills. Sand splashing, bite, amazing strike, patience, throwing mud, sound burst, dragon breath, heavy treading, flowing sand hell, rock collapse, earth power, insect roar, earthquake. Qualification. Quasi heavenly king, it is indeed a pure crystal more powerful than attribute essence. After absorbing ground-grade pure crystals, the ultrasonic larvae have unexpectedly increased their strength to elite level at once. You can't even ride a rocket so fast, can you? This winning experience is really amazing. Lin Fei couldn't even suppress his inner ecstasy. With this thing in place, his elf companions no longer need to digest bit by bit to improve their strength, and they can achieve it in one step. From now on, he is a powerful elf trainer with an elite beginner. Ultrasound larvae, how do you feel? Is there anything wrong? Crazy returns to ecstasy, and Lin Fei has not forgotten to care about the ultrasonic larvae. They are not only elves, but also Lin Fei's companions who will step onto the peak in the future. Buzzwoo, upon hearing the owner's concern, the ultrasonic larvae felt it carefully and only felt an unprecedented sense of comfort. Smooth. After receiving a positive answer from his partner, Lin Fei also nodded. Ding. Congratulations to the host, successfully allowing the elves to evolve once, completing side quest 4, and obtaining bronze level experience critical hit cards. Bronze level experience critical hit card. After use, defeating elves will earn 1.10 times more experience and critical hit. Misfortune is unparalleled, blessings do not come alone. After the evolution of the great-jawed ant, the completion of branch task 4 was immediately followed, and Lin Fei obtained a bronze-level experience critical strike card. He could feel that as long as he silently recited the word, "use this card," in his heart, the bronze-level experience critical strike card would be activated immediately. It seems that the critical strike rate is determined by luck, and Lin Fei also wants to know whether his luck is the European Emperor or the non-chieftain. Cool. But it's not urgent yet. Lin Fei is very clear that good steel should be used on the blade. Now that the jaw ant has evolved successfully, the top priority now is to find the essence of steel first. The fusion of Xinqiang's secret realm and Xingyue Lake has led to an increase in the scope of Xingyue Lake, an increase in good elves and treasures in the secret realm. The Dragon Kingdom Elf Alliance should not ignore it. So Lin Fei should hurry up and cut off the Hu Tai dumbbell before discussing anything else. The essence of steel is also a kind of treasure in the secret realm. Just not as precious as pure crystals. Lin Fei wants to find the essence of steel and then cut off the dumbbell. According to the information of Cutting Beard, the essence of steel is located here. Let's go and have a look. Lin Fei waved his hand and the ultrasonic larvae appeared diagonally above him. Buzz. The four wings, as thin as cicada wings, flapped as if they were transparent. Ultrasound larvae shoulder the task of alerting the surroundings in the air. The distance from the barren mountains to the mine is not far. And now that Lin Fei has ultrasonic larvae with a strength of up to LV.40 as his elf companions, he no longer needs to be as cautious as before. There were no wild elves who dared to provoke along the way. Nonsense, ultrasonic larvae are now elite beginners. Its strength and aura may be considered the leader in the entire secret realm of Xingyue Lake. Half an hour later, when Lin Fei arrived near the mine, the branch line mission was refreshed again. 009 Get the essence of steel, and 500,000 yuan will be obtained, beg. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Ding. Branch Task 5 Release. Conquer the second Pokémon partner, task reward. Good luck card, ding. Branch Task 6 Release. To gain more knowledge, please search for 3 types of elves in the 2-stage evolution series. Task reward. Bad luck card. The sudden refresh of the side quests made Lin Fei understand. There will be no chance of a divine level lottery for this side quest reward. It seems that if you want to draw again, you need to complete the main task. That's good, it's a bit challenging. Lin Fei was also overjoyed, as he seized the opportunity to win at the starting line with his first chance at a divine level lottery, which was a chance to intercept the Hu card. Looking forward to what good things can be drawn in the second round of lottery. Open the chance to intercept the beard, see more. This essence of steel is hidden in the nest by a Meow Meow who likes to collect all kinds of treasures. The direction is this way. Seeing a strangely shaped rock, Lin Fei's eyes lit up and he confirmed his next path. Ultrasound larvae vibrate their wings and fly in the air, alert to any potential danger. Meow. Suddenly, Lin Fei was delighted by the sound of a meow, thinking that it was so easy to find the essence of steel. He looked towards the source of the call and saw a slightly emaciated meow standing tall with its fur, making it look even more robust. Its eyes were vigilantly fixed on this side. The engine edge intercepted the Hu card, and Lin Fei shook his head in disappointment. This meow was not the one he was looking for. Woo! Woo! The ultrasonic larvae in the sky are ready to fight at any time. Before encountering its owner, it had no idea that its life could be so brilliant and exciting. After encountering its owner, it feels like it needs to work harder. It has already locked onto the meow not far away. Just wait for the master to speak, and it will defeat the opponent with a thunderous force. Ultrasound larvae, don't be nervous, Lin Fei waved his hand and said, it's not the target we're looking for, let it go. Wrong choice. The reason why that cat exploded was because it was locked by ultrasonic larvae. Now that the lock is released, it will escape from here as soon as possible. Watching the departing meow, Lin Fei quickly called for the ultrasonic larvae to quietly follow. Most cats live in groups. He explained by chance that he found the mine and found another cat, which proves that there is more than one cat in the mine. It's highly likely that a group of cats are all here. He saw that the direction the cat was escaping was exactly where he wanted to go, so he decided to follow the cat and probably find their nest directly. 20 minutes later, Lin Fei passed through a low thicket and indeed noticed that 4 cats had converged at the entrance of a cave. One of the cats was still holding a glass-like substance in its mouth, and the first time Lin Fei saw it, he knew it was right. Essence is similar to pure crystal. It's just a matter of varying amounts of energy contained. Moreover, essence is in the shape of colored glass, and pure crystal is a diamond solid. The glass-like substance in the mouth of that cat is bright and white, just like the color of the essence of steel. By the way, I have an eye for exploration. Lin Fei activated the power of the eye of exploration to look around. Treasure. The essence of steel, introduction. The condensed manifestation of the origin of heaven and earth can provide energy to steel elves to enhance their strength. As soon as the eye of exploration opened, it became clear and clear. The essence of steel is not as valuable as pure crystal, but it can also sell hundreds of thousands of union coins. Get this thing. Lin Fei's grasp of the barbed iron dumbbell is much greater. The quasi-god elf is about to get it soon. Excited, he stepped on a dry tree branch with a click. The 4 cats at the entrance of the cave looked over at the same time. Discovered. If you're caught, then challenge yourself directly. Ultrasound larvae, let's start. Both sides quickly entered a state of confrontation. The cat that escaped did not expect to bring this human ultrasonic larvae to its nest, but it also had its own companions here, thinking it could try a battle. Meow. Woo. Have you ever seen 4 cats using their vocalization skills simultaneously? At this moment, Lin Fei is about to face the challenge of 4 meowing skills. Although he is not an elf, elf skills also have an impact on humans. If the calls are transmitted to his ears, even at such a distance, it will be enough for him to feel uncomfortable. But Lin Fei didn't panic at all. His elf companions are ultrasonic larvae. Can cats and cats still play with ultrasonic larvae while playing with sound? Ultrasound larvae, use ultrasound. Buzz. I saw that the mouthparts of the ultrasonic larvae were slightly sharp, and an invisible sound wave came out, crushing the calls of the 4 cats across from me. Ultrasound, crush. And put the 4 cats in a chaotic state, unable to fight anymore. Meows cannot fight. Ultrasonic larvae, LV, 40, gain 1320 experience points, for cats bring a total of over 1000 experience points to ultrasonic larvae, averaging over 430 points per cat. The mine is already deep in the Star Moon Lake secret realm, so those meow meows have the first level of profession, which is in their early 20s. If there is no ability to win experience points. Defeating these 4 resulted in the ultrasonic larvae slowly digesting their experience, but now they are directly converted into experience points. 010 Flash Iron Dumbbell Appears. Seeking flowers and a month. You are listening at Novel Full. Audio. Take away the essence of steel in the shape of glass. Lin Fei swept the cat's nest again. For this, Lin Fei has no psychological burden. Don't look at these cute cats. In fact, many people in the elf realm have been visited by meow meow. As for the wild elves in the elf realm, they are even more unlucky. Meows will collaborate with a sense of division of labor to satisfy their desire for collection. In short, more than half of the things in Meow Meow's nest were snatched by them through various means from other elves. The harvest of sweeping these cat nests allowed Lin Fei to harvest 4 ordinary Pokémon balls and 1 super Pokémon ball. Super balls are more precious Pokémon balls than regular balls. Although not as good as a high-end ball, it can still be considered an unexpected joy. A regular Poké ball costs 2,000 league coins. Super ball 5,000, premium ball 20,000. Apart from these Pokémon balls, the most common ones in the nest are some tree fruits and strange stones. Lin Fei selected several tree fruits that fit the ground and steel elf mouths and put them in his backpack, and then selected several small ores that steel elves like. Then he left the nest with the ultrasonic larvae and headed to the location of the iron dumbbell. On the way, ultrasonic larvae couldn't help but eat a few tree fruits with ground flavors. After finishing, I was still unsatisfied and expressed my desire to taste the taste of steel elf-flavored tree fruit. I didn't expect you to be a foodie, Lin Feiguan said. It's not that I won't give you food, but these few tree fruits can't be moved for now. Buzz, hearing that they couldn't eat, the amplitude speed of the wings of the ultrasonic larvae increased a bit to express their grievances. Don't worry, haha. After returning to my house, I'll prepare a lot of delicious food for you, just mind it. Hear Lin Fei's promise. The ultrasonic larvae flapped their wings with joy. Circled several times over Lin Fei. It's already starting to look forward to it. According to the explanation of cutting off the beard by chance. Lin Fei arrived at a cave forest deep in the mine. The explanation of the chance to intercept the Hu card indicates that Zhou Long saw the iron dumbbell when passing by this cave 5 hours after entering the secret realm of Star Moon Lake. Lin Fei arrived at the cave forest at this time. This iron dumbbell hasn't come out yet. The emerald eyes of the ultrasonic larvae hovering in the sky looked at Lin Fei, asking if the location was correct. That's right, that's it. Lin Fei nodded after confirming, and for the next 2 hours or so, he stayed here with the ultrasonic larvae. Of course, if we can know the specific location of the iron dumbbell in the stone cave forest, the best way is to kill it directly. But there's no way. According to the opportunistic interceptor card, that Zhou Long was the iron dumbbell he encountered at the entrance of the cave forest. So that's all for the tip of the chance to intercept the Hu card. Lin Fei's gaze scanned around. On his handsome face, he suppressed excitement. Not long after. He can cut his beard here and reach the quasi-divine spirit, the iron dumbbell. But this place is really chaotic, with various cracks on the ground and scattered gravel. There must be many rock and ground elves in the cave forest, and the various crushed stones at the entrance are probably their masterpieces. Lin Fei was about to find a comfortable place to sit down and rest when suddenly the ground trembled. Earthquake. Lin Fei instantly raised his vigilance. No. This is the cave forest of the mine, with various ground and rock elves. It's more like an earthquake than a massive elf coming over. Shout. It's over 20 meters away from Lin Fei. The ground cracked inch by inch, and a big head over a meter wide rushed out from the ground. It is indeed a massive elf, and it should be the largest elf in the initial secret realm. The Great Rock Snake. The rushing gravel is shooting in all directions. Lin Fei stood behind a boulder that was over 2 people tall next to him at the first moment, and the shattered stones blasted against the boulder, making a fluffy explosion sound with terrifying power. Take advantage of the time gap when all the broken stones have been shot away. Lin Fei glanced at the large rock snake in the distance. Elf. Big rock snake, rock plus ground, male sign, strength. LV.18, beginner level advanced, feature. Hard head, even if using skills with reactive forces, one's physical strength will not be depleted, awaken skills. Impact, harden, tie, falling stones, qualification. Professional level, I'm cracking. Is the appearance so loud that the qualification is only at the professional level? Lin Fei felt speechless. What's even more speechless is that after the big rock snake crawled out of the ground, its gaze fell on him. Obviously, it didn't understand why the little one didn't panic and run away when he saw it. After other elves saw themselves, they almost immediately ran away, afraid of causing trouble for them. This big rock snake has a wicked taste. It just likes to see other elves run away in fear. Ah! After seeing the boulder, Lin Fei remained indifferent, and the great rock snake roared at the Lin Fei monster again. Lin Fei was about to take action to avoid the large rock snake when he saw a white golden figure floating out of the cave forest and hanging steadily on a mountain wall at the entrance of the cave forest. Is that an iron dumbbell? White gold iron dumbbells. Damn it. It's still a shiny iron dumbbell. It is estimated that the movement of this big rock snake attracted Iron Dumbbell to come out and watch the excitement. Yes, the chance to intercept the Who card only says that Zhou Long subdued the Iron Dumbbell 5 hours after entering the secret realm, but it doesn't mean that the Iron Dumbbell won't appear at the destination before that. P.S. Seeking fresh flowers. Monthly pass. Highly rated vote. Let the author know that there are readers who greatly support QAQ.